live. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Unwind. Thank you guys for coming. It is May 7th, 2021, and the Toronto Blue Jays, our record is 15-14, and we're facing the Houston Astros.
Not bad, dude.
That's
Not bad. 15-14. Definitely can't complain. Want to start pulling away from that 500 threshold. Oh, you want to go take care of your computer?
My computer always plays back.
No problem. So for those of you who are, just do it from here.
The mouse is right here.
Like Adam said, we are facing off against the Astros. What record are they right now?
Good question. Let's pull up MLB.
I know that they're doing pretty solid. I think that they're actually pretty much right where we are.
16-15. So we're literally we're 16-14. Okay, there we go.
Okay, good stuff. That would make sense.
That would make sense because we won last night. I didn't even take that in.
Yeah. So 16-14. They're 16-15. Practically the same freaking record.
Yep.
It's gonna be a tough series though for sure.
It will be. Especially. I mean, we have Matz. He had two bad outings. Stripling had a good outing last time against the Braves, but this is another tough challenge with the Astros.
I'm expecting an L tonight, but hopes are high that the bats can get going, because yesterday 10 runs on Oakland. That's pretty good. Now I know that they were dealing with Mike Fires, however the fuck you say his last name. He's not very good, but we had Vladdy went 0 for 5. The lineup still took it, and Oakland's pitchers, they don't have a whole lot of name value going on anyways. So.
No, they don't really. I mean, but if you want to talk name value, you got the Houston Astros, and maybe their names have been a little bit stained as of late. And that's what the title of this video is should fans forgive the Houston Astros, because they got a bad heckling beating in New York.
Dude, they got it, man. They got it. And I think you were saying to me the other day, and I read it too, how some of the players were coming out afterwards saying, this isn't cool, something's got to be done about this, the fans. They
destroyed them, bro.
They destroyed it. Well, it's also they were at New York. They were in New York. So first off, I mean, New Yorkers are kind of known for speaking their minds and holding nothing back.
They'll let you know.
And you know what? And they really they got it, dude. So what are your thoughts on that? Do you think that they should continue to get it? Is it kind of silly?
Well,
they came out and talked about that.
I think for the fans' sake, I think everyone wanted to do it in 2020. Just let them hear it. And so it's been building for a while. It's been bottled up. So I would say, expect it for 2021. You're going to hear it. And honestly, there are going to be fans. Not every fan's going to let go. And there are going to be fans that are going to you're going to still hear the boos 5 years later when Carlos Correa's on, the Oakland Athletics or whatever. They're going to really, really hear it their whole careers. But the question is, should we forgive the Houston Astros? Because one thing that popped in my mind is we have a cheating Houston Astro on the Blue Jays in George Springer. No one has said anything. No Blue Jay fan has said anything about the cheating.
Hell no, bro.
Because he's on our team now. Have we forgiven George Springer?
I think, dude, honestly, I think it's just we saw the contract and we're all right, let's just forget. I don't know if anybody forgave him. I still think that's not very cool. You won a World Series, you got a World Series MVP. How much does that mean? Because you know you did cheat.
Yeah.
But I mean, I was just all right, let's just forget about all of that.
Yeah.
You know what? You're good at baseball, and I'll take you on the squad. But dude,
it's an ignorance. You know what I mean? You just got to be a little bit ignorant when he's on your team.
Did he get boos when he was at the plate? I don't remember.
Remember it happening.
Yeah. Because were we in Toronto when he was playing? Or I guess it's not Toronto, but
we were in New York in the first series, but he wasn't playing.
No, but that's what I mean though. When he did play in his 3.5 games, were we in our home ballpark?
Yeah, we were in Toronto. So we have yet. So we've
yet to been to a different team's ballpark with him on the team.
I think he's going to get boos. I mean, we talked to NYY Recaps when he came on our show, and he said he was like, oh, it's really unfortunate that George Springer wasn't starting for you guys on opening day because we were getting ready to boo him.
Right.
So he will get boos, but ask yourself, I want to actually hear in the comments, as Toronto Blue Jay fans, do you forgive or are you forgetting about it?
Well, here's the thing, dude, and this is my ignorance, has George Springer specifically ever came out and issued like a public apology?
Nope. None of them. None of the Houston Astros.
Then I absolutely can't forgive you at all because like there's nothing to forgive. You haven't shown any like resentment for it. Right. So how can I give you my forgiveness if you don't care enough to own up and apologize for it? Right.
You know? Okay. Zendot says I'm booing everyone on the Astros. I'm Springer. Cool.
Yeah, I mean, well, like now that you just came out and told me that, like, because I don't know, I guess I just thought like, oh, they would have all had a press conference and come out and apologize for this.
Ignored the
well, then that's bullshit. Then that is complete bullshit.
Dude,
you know?
when in spring training in 2020 spring training before the shutdowns when the shit was still hot, Alex Bregman was told to just like not answer any questions, and like they kept being like, so did you cheat or did you not cheat? And he's like, I've been advised not to say anything about this. And then they kept asking, okay, so Alex Bregman, how did they hear the trash cans from the dugout? I am not advised to say anything about this. And he was like, laughing about it because they
I mean, there's nothing that you can do. He pulled a full Marshawn Lynch there, you know. It's like, I'm just here so I don't get fined. But you know, my opinion is like, if you're gonna come out, and I don't know what the hell they were booing them or talking, like if there was any like racial slurs or any like personal comments, like definitely don't support that.
Got to be a line on that. You know what I mean?
You know, it's like if you were like booing them and calling them trash players and stuff, telling them that they shouldn't have done that, I'm all for it if they haven't apologized yet. You know, it's like you can't be like, hey, like don't do that to me, but like I won't actually admit that don't do what, you know?
What I don't understand is why no one has admitted, like maybe it's this whole, because it was a system like way of cheating. Multiple individuals, a whole system, a whole organization was behind the cheating. So I feel like it's like the mob, you know. It's like I don't want to like snitch on the mob and admit to anything, or else my teammates are gonna turn on me and shit. But you know, so it's really interesting to see like why they're not admitting or apologizing.
Yeah, I mean, I think that is so ridiculous. You know, it's like if you're like, oh, like they're getting angry at me now for a thing that I don't admit that I did, but I did do it, but like. Don't let them do that.
And here's the thing, like,
stupid.
It was Jose Altuve that came out and said, like, you know, the MLB should take some action against the fans. I'm like, what do you expect's gonna happen?
MLB should take some action against you.
Exactly.
Prick.
If you aren't getting punished in any way, not even fined. We were doing grocery shopping the other day, or we were getting beers actually, and I was like, if they're not gonna get fined, at least the fans will let you know for the rest of your career. Yeah. That is your punishment. You will get booed for the rest of your career.
I agree. I do agree, man. I do agree. Yeah. And you got to come out and you got to apologize for it.
It's like A-Rod. When he came back from his roids, booze everywhere he went. Booze. And then he retired like a year later. Couldn't handle the heat.
Exactly. You know, and it's like, get out there, be a man. Apologize for what you did and own up to it, and then we could talk about forgiveness once all that is taken care of.
Fair enough.
You want to dive into this box, buddy, now that we've kind of touched on that?
Should we grab Peter?
If Peter's ready to go, then like let's definitely do that.
So we got Patreon Peter. He actually just became a Patreon last night, so shout out Peter. Thank you so much.
Shout out Peter. Let's go, man.
I got a little graphic for you.
Yeah, toss that up there, buddy. In case nobody knows how to spell Peter.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. We gotta get his name up there.
Yeah.
Why aren't you?
I don't know, man. We're trying to toss that out there. People are talking in the chat right now. I specifically picked no Astros in fantasy, so I can boo. I don't think I own any Astros in fantasy either, actually, but that was just like unlucky.
I picked up Yuli Gurriel because he was free and he's hot.
And he's super hot.
You know?
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's like I want to win. I will take a cheater if
he's winning.
If he's winning.
You know what I mean?
Let's give Peter a call, man. Yeah. See what's up with this guy and whatever. For those of you too, actually, I'll tell you guys afterwards, and after we talk to this guy.
Let's see.
Peter the Patreon.
Peter the Patreon. It's a good ring to it.
Peter?
Yeah, 1 second. Sorry.
Yeah. No worries, dog. No worries, bro.
Hey, what's up, dude? Did we catch you at a bad time?
No, man. I was just getting a drink.
Oh, yeah. Let's go, Peter. Let's go. Love to see it, man.
No, I'm doing great. Just in the basement here, chilling, and yeah, I'm glad to have found you guys. You're pretty funny.
Thanks, bro. Well, we're happy
Peter.
that you found us too, man. I'm
Yeah,
glad that we found you finding us.
We've connected over this weird like land of internet and baseball.
Fuck yeah.
It's really
Yeah,
cool.
man. Like sometimes you just fall down the fucking rabbit hole.
The
during
YouTube
the
rabbit
pandemic.
hole. Yeah.
And but right now I just I've been devouring your content because it's very fun, right? So,
Oh,
Thanks,
you, man.
buddy.
Thank you.
Thanks, man. Are you? I guess I'm assuming that you are a hardcore Blue Jays fan. That's just my assumption, but is that the case?
yeah, well, like I'm a baseball fan before I'm a Jays fan.
Okay.
And when the Jays were bad, I was watching the Rays a little bit because I like the analytics.
Yeah.
But right now I'm a Jays fan for sure because they're good.
Hop on the
Yes,
train, baby.
yes.
Now is the right time to hop on the train, and it's like if you hop on
No,
right
I
now.
actually hopped on the train like when Vladdy came up in 2019.
There you
Bro,
go. There you go.
that's it, man, dude.
Yeah.
It's funny you say that because like I was a fan. Like I was on the train before that. Like I've been on the train since 2011, so I got to see the highs and lows and shit.
I watched the playoff run too for like
Yeah.
15, 16. Yeah.
Everyone, okay, wait. Were you a fan of the Jays in 2015, 2016? Were you an outside person? I'm wondering because I want to get your take on this.
I'm I guess 18 now, so I've been a fan since I was 5 or 6. And
okay.
then I guess they had this huge off season in 2012 when they had that fucking trade with the Marlins. Remember when they brought in Reyes and early?
Yeah.
So I was really hyped for that, but then they underperformed. And then for 2015 when they brought in Donaldson, and then 2016 obviously I was a fan.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, kind of when Atkins took over and they started the rebuild, I guess like 2017, 18.
Yeah.
I didn't watch at all, but I
Yeah.
kind of kept track on with like Vlad and Bo. And then I started watching like May 2019.
That kind of sounds like the trajectory of a lot of Jays fans.
Yeah.
Like even us, dude. Like it was hard. Like we couldn't
hard.
watch every single game during the dark ages.
Exactly.
Like we were definitely keeping up with them,
Especially
looking
like
at.
when your roster's old, right?
Yeah, like there's no future in a lot of these guys.
Exactly. And here's
like,
the thing: it's like I think we understood like that the team was going through a rebuild, or what like we were selling everybody, and the guys that were currently playing on the team would not be around much longer. So it was kind of hard to get attached, especially when you're like 68.
Yeah,
wins or
it's
something,
literally like, woo, Eric Sogard. And now he's gone.
Bro, Eric Sogard was kind of good.
He was, dude. He was like that one little like diamond in the rough, and then we shipped him off to Milwaukee.
Sure,
Milwaukee.
He was a good little player, man.
Yeah.
But so what are your guys' like expectations for this year for the Jays?
Okay. Yeah.
Expectations. Okay, this is
You
cool.
go ahead. You go first.
Now I'm gonna be tempering my expectations. Like I got hopes, I got dreams, and then I got expectations, and then I got reality. My expectation is make it slightly further than we did last year, which would mean we exit the first round with a dub. We move on to the second round of playoffs.
Like we win the wild card.
Yeah. We win that wild card. We make it to the first round. Oh, there goes our flag thingy. We make it through the first round of the playoffs, and like after that, everything else is gravy.
Okay, so I mean, there's obviously like a 5-team playoff field this year. So I'd be really happy if they just got like the first or second wild card because I fully expect the Yankees to like win the East.
Yeah, I agree. My expectations is the Yankees to win the East too, and like I expect us to at least grab a wild card. Win or not.
Yeah, I mean,
at
I
least
think
wild
we're
card.
probably the second best team in the East.
Yeah, I would agree. I would
agree.
agree, man. I would.
Yeah,
tend
but
to
there's
agree.
there's still like a lot of flaws with this team, right?
Oh,
That we
for
have to
sure,
acknowledge.
dude. We're pitching Stripling tonight, man. There's a flaw right there.
And then we don't know who's going Sunday.
No idea. We just don't even know.
It could be Pearson because it's his spot, right?
For real. Okay, I see.
Yeah.
He pitched
Honestly,
on Tuesday.
I'm gonna be honest, dude. I hope it is because the only thing that threw I thought for the longest time that they were setting it up where he would start in AAA, and then he would pitch on the following Sunday.
But like they're very covert about it, right? They're like, oh, he's competing for a spot.
Exactly.
Yeah, dude, this is like the fucking Cold War going on right here, man. Like we're sending mixed messages and like there's like spies everywhere and shit. Like nobody knows like what's really going on, especially with the injuries too. They're like, like he's just fatigued. It's like shut the fuck up, dude. He's not just fatigued.
Comment? That got me, bro. That got me.
Yeah, like everyone saw him stumble out of the box.
Literally, bro. Like
tweak his quad, and then they're like, oh yeah, he's just fatigued, he'll be back.
Yeah,
and then suddenly he has an off day, right? That's scheduled.
The whole time, like the first 2 games he was gone in Oakland, I'm like, bro, this guy must have like not getting any sleep. Like, what is going on? Like, this guy needs like a psychiatrist or something, like help him, bro.
But like all things considered, we split in Oakland, right? So,
yeah. Excellent. That was, and honestly, we said in our show that we in the Monday show that like we were expecting a 2-2, and I'm happy that we pulled the last 2 out. So it's good momentum going into Houston.
Especially like on the road against a good team, like you can never be mad with the split.
Absolutely, dude. Absolutely. And
so anyway, in terms of my concerns, I think we're on a really good trajectory because we have the farm system. I think Keith Law, he ranked us 3rd, and then we also have a good team. So I just think if we want to upgrade to that championship team, I think we need another high-caliber starter, and I think we need another infielder.
Yeah,
I agree.
I hear exactly the concerns you're saying, dude. And this has been... We've been echoing on it, or echoing it on this channel for forever. The whole like starter situation,
so obvious, man.
And it just feels like right now, like I so badly want them to just like go out and like make a trade, and get somebody. Like that's like my fan perspective.
Right.
But you know when you actually look at the timeline and like you brought up the farm system, and you look at the guys that we have, like SWR, like Alek Manoah, who pitched a gem yesterday.
I'm actually not like as high on SWR. But I really like Manoah.
Oh, what's not to like, dude? I think yesterday he went like 6 innings, 12 Ks. Like he is a K machine.
But
so
like, on top of the Ks,
hold on. I think Manoah struck out 12 and 6.
Yeah.
And SWR struck out 8. Am I correct there?
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right.
Yeah, and
so SWR, I think what I've seen is that he has a fastball that averages about 92, 93, which is like average.
Yeah.
And he has that high leg kick and a really good changeup. So he reminds me a little bit of a prime Marco Estrada.
Right.
I think the problem with SWR is that he hasn't really found a good breaking ball yet, whereas Manoah has. And SWR, he also his arm, like his motion is very late relative to when his foot lands.
Okay.
So I'm not convinced yet, but I do think Manoah is going to be like fantastic.
Yeah, it's interesting you say that because all I've read about SWR is that he does have like complete command and control over 4 pitches. Now, don't know how outdated that is. I think that was actually at the beginning of the year, so I'm not sure if that is still that. Honestly, I haven't seen enough video of him to warrant that. But it sounds like you've been watching some video.
My understanding is he's got a pretty nice changeup.
Yeah, the changeup's
but like as far as the slider, I think he uses a slider and he's got a curve as well. I think that those definitely need some work. Whereas Manoah, he's got like a 3-pitch set, and he has the gas. And also, this guy. I didn't even realize this until we were looking him up the other day. I think he's like 6'6", like 250, like 260 pounds.
Yeah,
like he's a big fucking
like the Twin
boy.
Towers.
Yeah, dude.
Real.
He is massive.
Yeah. What do you guys think of Pearson?
He's got to play. He's got to start this Sunday as well. I think he's got to do, bro. Like for real. Like we don't have like as much as like I know that like there's like this whole like you got to compete. Pearson. I don't care. He's earned a job. He should have had a job coming into spring.
Well, why are we the job with just this talent alone?
Yeah.
Exactly. And I know that they want to like put the label of like you gotta earn it and like to set an example in front of everybody in the organization. Like you gotta really earn your spot.
No, it's nice to have like an internal competition.
Of course.
I mean, like let's be honest, Pearson's their best pitching prospect.
Exactly.
Yeah, for sure.
And let's also be honest, we don't have a solid staff. They're bad. We have 3. We have 3.
Yeah. I really think that
for the staff, right? We have Ryu, okay?
Yeah.
He's like almost 34. I think he might be 34 actually.
I believe he is turning 34 this year.
I really like Ryu, but
Oh, yeah.
I mean this guy, he's like a 34-year-old soft tossing lefty.
Uh-huh.
And we know he's going to be good, right? Because he's been good for like his entire career.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if you can really rely on him to be your ace in like year 3 and year 4 of the contract.
I hear you, dude.
Yeah.
Eventually there is going to be a decline there, like, as we've seen with the age, and like, it's hard to command all those pitches for this long. So we definitely do need to bring in another guy.
Command.
Literally, he's got to have perfect command, bro. And just to cycle back to that Nate Pearson comment, I really think it was just for like image's sake to come out and say that, because like the management doesn't want to come out and say like, oh, he's guaranteed a spot because Stripling sucks and our rotation is ass. I think they basically they want to be like, oh, like, no, there's a competition, but everybody and their dog knows that this guy's gonna be up and like he's not going back down unless he gets completely
fucked up. Can you give me 1
up.
second? Sorry.
No
go
problem.
For it, dog.
No
go
problem.
For it, dog. Just grab a comment here from the comment section. The Hockey Kid says, "I miss Rourke." I know that you kind of miss Rourke.
I miss Rourke in a funny meme-esque way. It's sad that we'll never get to make fun of that guy again. I don't miss him as like an actual baseball analytical sense. It's more of just like an entertainment thing for me. Than anything else.
Sorry about that, guys.
No stress, dude.
But anyway, like about Pearson, his velocity was like a tad down last year. He only averaged like 96, but still really fucking elite, right?
I think it's because he was trying so hard.
As well, he only started 4 times, so I want to see that consistency from him this year.
I noticed that just to go on that velocity comment, I noticed that when he came out the gate, it was at like 100, 101. It was regularly hitting that, but like he just wasn't hitting his spots at all. So then he kind of had to like dial it back a little bit and then start like locating a bit more. I think once the control comes, the fastball
in 2019. And he was like, I think at the Futures game, he was throwing like 102, 103. And his command was excellent. Like he was known for having really good command paired with the good stuff, right? And like the Noah Syndergaard kind of build. So I think everyone was like expecting this guy to be good from the get-go. And when we didn't see that, we kind of got a bit disappointed.
Yeah, I think, and again, I don't know Nate Pearson personally. I could be totally wrong. I mean, I have, based on what he said in interviews and based on what I've seen with my eyeballs, I think it's a huge mental thing.
Yeah.
Like, it's himself. He's battling himself mentally because when he gets to the show, it's like, all right, time to show him my 100 to 203, and he's overthrowing, which is causing him to miss spots. And then he goes, crap, I'm missing spots. Time to locate, which then drops the velocity.
Well, and it's also one thing when you're in AA or AAA and you're facing off against Joe Blow, like, like 33-year-old, like this is it for him. Like, whereas when you make it up to the major leagues and you're looking at Giancarlo Stanton in the box and his scary fucking face, and you're thinking, wow, if I don't put this fastball perfectly, this is going to go out the park at like 120 miles per hour. So I better figure it out. And you just get in your head with that. So he will figure it out.
He will.
It will just take a bit of time, I think.
Yeah, like for pitchers, it does take a bit longer to develop. But, I mean, Pearson kind of embodies, like, everything you want in a modern pitcher.
Absolutely.
He's so big, man, and he throws so hard. The slider's really good, too.
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah.
I hope he delivers on that promise.
Oh, fuck yeah,
man.
dude.
I agree, man.
I agree.
But, yeah, besides Pearson, I mean, I think Manoah's going to be a fucking stud. I like Robbie Ray. I mean, I'm not sure if you guys agree on that.
I
do. I think
absolutely.
Robbie Ray is better than Steven Matz. I think Robbie Ray is better than Taijuan Walker, and I really love the signing. What do you guys think of that?
I think it's close for me on the Taijuan Walker thing, but I mean, like, he's definitely coming out the gate looking really good, and the fastball, like, we're talking about fastballs right now, like, he's got it regularly hitting 95, 96 with some pretty solid command. The pants are a bit too tight for me, and the grunting can get a bit annoying, but if you get the strikeouts, I really don't care.
Yeah, as of late for me, like, Robbie Ray, it's interesting you brought up Taijuan Walker because I've been like streaming him in fantasy, and like that's my only scouting report on him. But as of late, Robbie Ray, yes, in my books, I would take him over Taijuan Walker as of right now.
Sure, yeah.
But yeah, no, I agree, and the whole Mats thing, like, it's gonna be really interesting to see what he does in his third start because I'm gonna give him those 2 mess ups because that is kind of what. He's kind of fallen back into the same pattern that he did in New York.
I guess for Matz, I mean, I think he is what he is. Like, he's fine. I think he's a big league starter. I think he's like a number 5, maybe, on a championship team.
Yeah.
And, like, he can give you innings. He's better than fucking Roark.
Absolutely,
yes.
absolutely.
But he's not going to give you, like, a sparkling ERA.
Yeah.
Whereas, I think with Ray, right, for, like, a 4-year stretch, he was an above-average starter. So I think there's definitely more potential there.
Yeah. For sure, dude. And he's still only 29. Like, people forget that. I think that
he's
Matt's
29. Like, the delivery is super athletic, obviously. The high leg kick. He gets a lot. Like, he can sit 96 regularly. Really good breaking ball.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's just a matter of, like, being aggressive, right?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I totally agree, dude. Peter, it's been fantastic having you on, man. Like, you sound super cool.
Thanks
give
for
us
having me on.
No problem.
give us
Thank you.
a prediction for this series, bro, or even tonight. Score prediction. What do you got? Who do you have us taking?
I think who's pitching for Houston?
I believe that they have
Urquidy?
Urquidy, yeah.
Urquidy. Okay, so that guy's like a command artist.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take Houston 2 out of 3. I think they'll probably. I think the Jays will win tonight and lose the next 2. So that's my prediction.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I hear you, dude.
Right.
I hear you, man. I definitely, I kind of second that opinion too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. All right. Thanks, guys.
Thank you
for
so
coming
much,
on.
Peter.
And thank you for being a
Yeah.
Patreon. If you want to come
Yeah,
back
no
on,
problem, man. It's the Blue Jays today stock, right? Like I'm buying low. It's gonna be
Hey.
like $100
Yeah,
next
yeah.
year.
let's go for real. We're getting you some pretty good deals. It's literally just like a coffee,
Yeah,
once
no,
a
you
month.
guys should fucking jump on that. Yeah, anyone in the chat.
Yes, you heard it here first, boys and
Fucking
girls.
Peter, we love
Yeah,
him.
one more thing, guys. I
Yeah.
forgot. I think you mentioned Sports Surge,
Mhm.
and I found like the best one that you should use. It's called like Stream East. So if you ever encounter that's like the best one.
I have, dude. I've
Yes.
definitely used Stream East before. Yeah, that is
All
kind of
right,
the
man.
go-to
Well,
for
enjoy
sure.
the game tonight.
Thank you, man. You too.
All right, buddy.
Cheers.
Take care.
Cheers, Peter.
Cheers.
All right, guys. That was
Peter.
Peter. Such a cool guy, man.
Yes. Go. Oh, get a little
Yeah,
clap for
yeah,
Peter.
literally,
Yeah.
literally. That's
Shout out Peter.
yeah, I fucking love that
Yeah.
dude. Just a classic baseball fan out there. Blue Jays, everything. Such a great community that we're making. All you guys
Yeah.
are super cool. We love you.
It's for real. It's actually quite amazing, man, that like we get to, especially these Fridays, like just sit, talk to you guys and like talk to you guys in the chat.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure you guys all have voices. It's cool to bring like text to real life voice. So
Hell yeah.
if you want to come on the show again, like Peter said, super fucking cheap, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Super cheap. $3 a month. Come on, we'll have you guys.
Yeah, man. Okay.
Dive into the box.
Dive into the box time, I think. Unless you guys have any questions in the chat, let us know. We're always open to answering them. But for right now, I'm going to dive right into this bad boy.
Oh, yeah.
See what I pull out.
Yeah.
Okay. What do we got? Oh, I got 2 of them. That's the one. That's the one. Okay. What do we got going on here, folks? All right, so this one is by Pat. It is a fight question.
Love.
So he asks Teoscar or Adam with a baseball bat. So I think it's you against Tio, but he's going barehanded and you got a weapon. Baseball bat.
I think I could swing a baseball bat and like I don't want to kill Tio,
right?
But I'm going up against him.
Well, if it's a fight to the death, like you got to do what you got to do.
I think I could win this one.
Yeah, you think the baseball bat is enough of an advantage to?
I could. Well, I'm picturing this. As soon as I can get distance with the bat. I can get distance with the bat.
Oh yeah.
I'm going for the head. Obviously, that's KO right there. So I'm going to go and swing. He's going to go out and block with his hands. I'll break his freaking forearms in the first swing. And then once he's like, he's not protected, second swing, boom, done. It's game over.
Potentially, bro, but you're also like, if he's able to take you to the ground, like if he can get in on your legs before you can get your swing, like if he dodges, I think it's
well,
game
yeah,
over,
he's got to be able to disarm me. But I think if I can get enough distance... And he's coming. I think I can. I got the quick swing. I can get him.
I'm just right now looking up exactly how much this dude weighs just to get a sense.
That's okay.
Yeah. So it looks like Tio. Really only 180 pounds. That seems light to me for the size of him.
I'm only like 10 pounds less than him. So
yeah.
easy.
Absolutely. Yeah. Like if you're only 10 pounds less than this guy, like that seems so. I feel like that's wrong because like he definitely looks bigger than 180. But yeah, I guess I can give it to you.
Marshall says got to go for the knees. He's crippled. That's true. And then he can't even move. Bam, knees, bam, head. That's true. That's a good point, Marshall.
Yeah, I definitely don't want to incite any violence here, but definitely go for the knees. Get those kneecaps all busted up, and then it's just like game over, like a 1-2-3 to the head, where his face is all fucked up after that.
Yeah,
you know?
Guys, I've probably taken over 100,000 hacks in my life. I think I got. Like Tito doesn't have the bat. If it was me versus Tito, and we both had bats, I'm dead.
Yeah, for sure. Like, you're done.
But
you do have a bit of an advantage there, for sure, man. You got a bit of an advantage.
Yeah.
All right, dive right in, bro.
All right. We have a question. I'll get that queued up. I see that there from Ernest. Also, Peter, see you in the chat. No problem, man. Anytime, buddy.
Would you rather prime Miggy, but he starts every AB 0-2, or Danny Jansen?
Prime Miggy.
Yeah, well,
because
I have to look at the stats for what Miggy hits at 0-2.
Let me look up the fan graphs, actually. That's a good question.
I think that it's probably still better, you know? Like, prime Miggy, it doesn't matter what the fuck the count was. Like, this guy was just getting it done anyways.
I feel like he had he was one of the greatest hitters ever. So
literally,
I feel like he's got a great two-strike approach.
Is there any way to look at that from 2012 or whatever? Whenever he was I don't remember what his best year was, 2013, 2014, something like that.
Let me look up when was the Triple Crown year. Miguel.
When was it?
Cabrera Triple Crown 2013.
2013. Okay.
All right.
That's got to be he was fucked up.
He led the league in home runs, averages, and RBIs.
Not bad. Not half bad. Guys.
Let's see here. Okay, so
is there any way to look at the 0-2?
Yep. That's why I started getting into fan graphs recently, because they have all these splits.
Cool.
0-2. His batting average is it's 170.
Okay, 170 with how much pop?
Doesn't say the slugging, but he's hit 3 home runs and 112 at bats.
Jesus.
3 doubles. It's looking more even. All right, I gotta take Danny.
But I really wouldn't want to take Danny over prime Miggy. But
okay, wait. Ernest is saying Miggy was insane. He's gonna go 2012.
Okay, well here's my thing. If Miggy actually started 0-2 from the top, what?
2012, he hit 239.
Okay, you know what? But I think if he started with that handicap, or with that every single time, I think that Miggy would adjust his plate approach to make it a little bit more even, and he would do better than 170 or 239. I think that he in his prime would be a quality enough player that if this is what it is, I get one chance, I'm at one strike.
Yeah,
he'd figure it out.
Right. He'd just be, he's
always in 2-strike approach now.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I feel like maybe if he came into it like that, we're starting at 0-2 every single time, maybe the numbers would go up a little bit more, you know.
But hey, I will say I will take 2012 Miggy, and then I would take, and if it was 2013 Miggy, I would take Danny Jansen. But I would take 2012 Miggy if we're talking 2012 Miggy.
Yeah.
Because that is messed up.
Yeah.
Whoa. Panic is on the IL?
Yeah, dude. Oh. Panic went to the IL and they recalled Rowdy.
I love that.
They recalled Rowdy, dude.
I'm glad they recalled Rowdy, because there's 3 straight right-handed pitchers. Get Rowdy up to show.
Exactly.
He wasn't going to be down there much longer.
And I'm also just happy that now we can do the whole Rowdy again. I missed that. We really Bo go boom boom.
Bo go boom boom.
And that's a good one for sure. Definitely very happy with that so far. But I did miss out on.
And praise the Lord,
Rowdy.
Praise the Lord.
Yeah, exactly.
That one's pretty good too.
Praise the Lord.
Oh Lord.
That's a good one for sure.
That's a good one.
Dive in the box, buddy. What do you got?
Right here, I get the question. Okay, this is a good one. Okay. It would just be me drinking, because I'm the only one having wine right now. But take a drink if George Springer's slugging is currently over 500. If it isn't, what's going wrong?
I think it is, because he hit the 2 home runs.
Yeah.
I think it is. I'm guessing now.
I feel like it's got to be.
He only played 3.5 games and he got 2 homers.
Yeah, I feel like it's
got
to definitely be.
And he got 1 or 2 other hits too. So it
it's definitely has to be.
just based on that level of thinking.
Of course. But we'll get the number up in a second. It's taking a while.
Now what's going wrong?
Yeah,
I mean, the fact that he's hurt all the goddamn time and his quadriceps are made of noodles.
It was like, if not, what's going wrong, or if it isn't, what's going wrong.
Well, things are still going wrong, even though you're slugging 600.
600, yeah.
Things are still going wrong, and it's like I just said, your quadriceps are made of noodles.
Yeah.
So
wow, what the, I freaking hate. I hate. Like I understand the management doesn't want me to be hurt and like freak out, but like I see through your freaking lies, management.
Yeah.
I know you're like. He's tired. I've never heard that one before. Like, I literally have never heard that one before.
Well, maybe, you know what? Maybe this isn't just management, though. Maybe this is George Springer coming out and saying that, like, oh, like, my legs are fatigued. I don't want to make this a big deal.
Tired.
You know, it's like, so maybe this is just him doing his thing.
George.
You know, or, like, I don't know what it is. Like, there's no reason for them to come out and be like, not tell us the truth. Like, there's just no reason for it. So, it's just, it is what it is, man, and it kind of sucks. Did you take a drink for it?
Take a drink of you. Oh, right.
Because he was over. Right. So he was over 500 slugging, 600 slugging. Very good in the time that we had him, man. But that was limited for sure.
What's Ben saying?
What is Ben saying?
I think it's a good thing. Open Rowdy's mind that his spot isn't secured on this team. Yeah, agreed. He needs to wake up. He was starting to wake up a tiny bit. There was like a week where he was doing really well, but...
And then, it was a couple more games with, like, bad, and then they're like, all right, enough of this.
Bye-bye.
Go back to the thing.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Somebody literally just
what?
He literally just asks us Alec Manoah ? And that is from Kyler _ BO8. So Kyler _ BO8 asks us Alec Manoah ?
Emoji,
Good?
this emoji.
Yeah?
This emoji.
Yeah, like exactly, you know, like that right there is kind of my reaction.
Yeah.
Don't know.
Or mine's more like
right, for sure. Like, could be something there, we just have no idea.
Yeah, Alex Manoah. You know, like it's time. I mean,
or like the two eyeballs, like
where it's like, oh, that's the good one. I love that one. Just the eyeball emoji.
Yeah, where it's just like, it's like gives me a little bit of like, there's so much to work with on that emoji. It's like there's like some seduction going on, but there's also like some curiosity, and there's some playfulness, but it's also like I could be even like there's so many ways to go.
You're looking for a response. Is basically, you know, it's like like management.
Yeah,
you know, like Manoah.
Yeah,
you know, it's like
like I can ask a question with that, but I can also like make a statement with it. And like, I can take so many different ways.
I can take a little flirtatious jab. You know.
Oh, absolutely, bro. Like that's probably one of my most used emojis. That little guy, those eyeballs. You know, they're a good one. They're a good one for sure.
I think Manoah is going to be better than Pearson.
Potentially.
I mean, he's doing
possible.
really well.
Yeah, I mean, like at this point, there's literally nothing that we can go off of to like confirm or deny that. It's just, it is what it is. Also, Alana asks, why is Nick not drinking? So basically, I both of us got COVID vaccines the other day.
Oh yeah, woo! Oh, I gotta celebrate that.
Yeah, literally celebrate that, bro. But this morning, like I got mine 2 days ago, and this morning I woke up with like some hives like around the area that I got my vaccine. And basically they said like you gotta call somebody if like you get that. This can be one of those severe reactions. So I did, and the doctor basically said like, okay, like first off, like is anything else happening? No, I just got some hives going on. So he's like, all right, pump some Benadryl in you, and like go from there. So I'm just like kind of hyped up, or not hyped up, like actually down on Benadryl right now. So I'm a little bit out of it, a little drowsy. I'm fatigued right now.
Literally, yeah.
So that's the correct usage of the term, Toronto Blue Jays, but that is why I'm not drinking right now. I don't really want to mix 50 milligrams of Benadryl with some wine.
Oops. I saw that one.
Peer pressure going on in this one, but yeah. All right, I'm ready to. Oh no, it was me last time.
Oh
it's
yeah,
you
yeah,
this time. It's you.
All right. Oh, this one's for me.
Okay.
It goes, who is the best pitcher and batter this year on the Toronto Blue Jays?
Oh, on the Toronto Blue Jays.
Yeah. Or you know what? No. You know what? Let's go all time. Oh no, let's do all time or not all time. Sorry, this year and then Toronto Blue Jays. Let's do that. Because it's my question. I can twist it.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's so easy. It's DeGrom and Trout.
DeGrom and Trout.
Yeah. So that was easy.
Isn't that funny that like literally the names who are the best in baseball are the best in baseball right now?
They're off to a pretty good freaking start. Both of them. They're off to a really nice start. And then the like for the Blue Jays, I think it's actually Robbie Ray who's doing the best so far.
Really?
Yeah,
Better than I think. Yeah, because Ryu's last game got blown up.
Blown up a little bit, dude. Like Robbie Ray, his ERA. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but I think his ERA is chilling in the 2s.
I think you're right because he had that.
It's definitely better than what Ryu's done.
Yeah, because
so
I think after Ryu's outing, he like fell behind because he was in like the 3s.
3.31.
3.31.
But I think that is still not as good as Robbie Ray is right now.
Remember when I made that bet, or I said if Robbie Ray's the MVP of the Blue Jays, I would eat my own poo.
Yeah, like we're definitely holding you to that.
Yeah,
you know,
I gotta put Robbie.
Yeah, you gotta toss out Robbie there. But yeah, so I guess Robbie Ray has been the best so far.
He's the best ace, but not the best MVP. It's Vlad for sure.
Oh yeah. We asked for pitcher and batter. Am I right?
Yeah. No, for sure.
Yeah,
but
so
I meant for my poo thing.
Oh yeah.
You know.
But the best pitcher so far has been Robbie Ray. He's also been
3.14.
Yeah, 3.14, and he's
better.
also like, you know, I know that Ryu can't do anything about this, but like he has missed a start because he was hurt. Robbie Ray. I guess he missed a start too, off the top.
Missed, I think like 1 or 2 starts.
Yeah. Still Ray though, and then definitely Vlad so far. But I mean, if Grichuk keeps smacking, then maybe Grichuk will be making a play for that best J pretty soon. You know,
could be. I mean,
he's been hotter than Vlad so, as of late.
As of the last week, yes. Vlad. Yeah, what has Vlad done? I know he had that one big game we went 3 for 4, but the Grichuk's been having a fucked up week. You know.
I think Pearson is going to be in the bullpen long term. His stuff plays from the pen, not so much as a starter due to his sporadic velocity and control issues. I hear what you're saying, and as of if this was his ceiling, like if this is what he's going to be for the rest of his career, you're 1,000% right. I think that we are hoping, as along with the Blue Jays management, with Pearson, with everybody basically, that he is not done his development yet. There is still a lot of room to grow, and that sporadic velocity and control will not be nearly as sporadic in 1, 2, 3 years.
Yeah. We want him to be a starter now. Like we don't have we can't, you know, eventually if we get to a point where like shit, we got a lot of fucking starting pitching and Pearson's been underperforming, let's toss him in the pen. You know what I mean? Then
exactly.
Cool.
We just don't have that luxury right now. No, and that is a luxury, guys, to take a guy like that who is, you know, considered to be a starter and put him in the pen, because that means that we have other guys who are doing good. Chicken Strip. I mean, like we've seen what TJ Zoid can do. We've had so many bullpen days. It's just not in our repertoire right now.
I just want to make a comparison with the batters, for example. Like we're one good infielder away from Kevin Biggio being on the bench. Like that's a luxury.
Exactly. I mean? You know, and it's like, and if Espinal keeps doing what he's doing now that Panic is on the IL, like that is going to be what it is. Biggio will have to be on the bench because, you know, eventually, even though he's part of our core, I mean, Espinal's the same age, and could he not step in and be part of the core potentially? We don't know.
Yeah, and like I know everyone's really high on Biggio because he was he was a part of that core, like you're saying, that a trio. But I mean, I think we can all agree that it's Vlad, it's Bo, and then it's Kevin Biggio.
Right. No, for sure. I always looked at Biggio as, rather than becoming the star of the team, I saw him being like, you know, a solid guy in the lineup, you know? Exactly, like a solid contributor. We used to play a lot of the NHL video game series, and in that they got some great rankings, and what I always used to like about them was they gave people, so rather than like diamond and gold and stuff, like they'd have elite, and then they'd have medium top 6, then they have like top 9, and that's kind of like where they fit in the lines. I always thought that Kevin Biggio's potential was like medium top 6, where it's like you are going to definitely be on the team. You will be in the top 6 of the lineup most likely, but you're not going to be the elite, like the 3 hitter basically. You might at your max, 85, 86 overall in your best years, which I'd be very happy about.
Yeah, and you can even compare that to MLB The Show as an example. Like I think his max in MLB The Show is like 85, 86.
Yeah, well, that is diamond right there, actually, in MLB The Show's rankings.
Right, that is diamond.
Yeah, I honestly, I'd say like in MLB The Show's rankings, I might go like 82, 83 gold. And still, though, that's a great player. It's just when you look at a Vladdy and a Bichette, like they definitely have diamond potential.
Vladdy's
is a diamond.
He already has a diamond card.
He's got a diamond card out right now.
Well, Kevin Biggio has a diamond card out right now.
He does, yeah. And this is why I think I disagree with a lot of MLB The Show's rankings and all their fucking stupid shit. And also, too, Biggio was higher than, I think, Bichette and Vlad in the franchise rankings too. I think they had Biggio as an 80.
I think I do find this in franchise rankings that they really prioritize that age value because he is the oldest of the three. He gets a little jump ahead, but if Vlad and Bichette get to his age eventually, when they obviously do get to his age, they will be higher than him, right? So they'll be on a better trajectory.
Yeah, I agree. And JD, I like what you just said there. I love Biggio, but I feel like teams know how to expose him on those high fastballs. Yeah, I agree, bro. It's like his bat is not quick enough. He can't reach him in time, and when you can like paint it pretty nicely right there. Like eventually you gotta swing. So
I was gonna look up Kevin Biggio,
like some of the numbers right now, like the percentile rank.
I wanted to see like where he's getting the hits because I always thought like in my head like he does seem like a low ball hitter. So we're about to see here if this is right.
Kind of hard to read these goddamn things sometimes.
Where hits barrels,
hard hit right there.
Hard hits, middle
of the zone.
I'm gonna grab. Is it career? Can I get career? Let's get 2021, I guess.
I'm gonna pick out another.
Go for it.
Another guy here.
I want to get his singles by zone, hits by zone. It looks pretty even right now, but it looks like he likes the ball away and he likes the ball low. In, he's toast. Like, he doesn't like the ball in, it looks like. So, yeah, that's Kevin Biggio's scouting report.
Okay. So I got a little question here. This one's by me, and it asks, if the Blue Jays were in high school, who would be classified as like a cool kid, and who would be classified as a nerd in those very stupid,
in like the
stereotypical
typical American?
Yeah, like if we were making a sitcom sort of thing, like who are you casting in what role kind of vibe?
Danny Jansen's gonna be my nerd.
I also think that Biggio is a bit of a nerd too.
Yeah,
actually,
could be a bit of a nerd.
He could definitely look like get that like nerd little face going on. He looks like he tries really hard, and in high school, if you do that, you're classified as a nerd. I think that Gurriel would be a cool kid or a stoner. I think that he could fit into either one of those roles.
Bichette would be like a stoner or cool kid.
Yeah, I feel like he could definitely be the stoner cool kid, or like jock-esque type. What else do we have going on here with those school?
I feel like George Springer is like he's like, he would be tossed into the cool kid, but like at heart he's just a great, genuine guy, and he doesn't get caught up in like high school politics.
No,
like,
he just like, cheats.
What? What do you mean? Oh, right.
Right, it's like,
but like he's just like, he's like focused on like what's like actually real, which is like developing himself. That's what I picture George Springer.
Wow, you got a high view on George Springer and his personality.
I do. That's his face. We're looking at faces and right. I picture him. That's what he is in the school. Okay. He's looked at as like this douchebag, but when you get to know him, he's just like, yeah, I'm just trying to provide for my family right now.
Sure. I mean, I buy it, dude. I think that honestly, Vlad, I don't know why I got like drama nerd theater geek out of Vlad. Like I could see him like fucking tearing it up on the improv. On the improv stage, being super funny, man. Class clown, like funny, but like really likes to get into that.
That's like kind of like Lourdes though, in actual life.
See, but Lourdes to me, I think he's got more like carefree stoner vibes. Like I think it's the same type of person, but I could see Lourdes smoking a lot of weed.
True, that's fair.
Yeah.
Let's see what some people say here. Bo or Lourdes or Vlad, cool kid, and Jansen nerd. Yeah, I see that.
Yeah, it's literally like the guys that we like.
Yeah.
You're the cool kids. You're a nerd, Jason.
Guy buddy friend, shout out. Also, thank you.
Love you. Patreon.
Thank you.
Was he Patreon? Or
no, he donated $10 in the super chat.
Woo,
thank you. Also, guy buddy friend. I don't know if you saw us, but we thank you a lot for that. He says Nerdbot Biggio, love. He's a bit of a bot. Davis would be a cool kid. Yes, he would.
Davis could be pretty cool, man.
Like Davis could be. I feel like Davis could be a really good character. I'm picturing him right now.
Sure.
Really good character.
I see you.
Vladdy, the big kid that everyone loves.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm going for right there. You know? It's like it's
loved
that,
by everybody.
Yeah, you know, like he's like that bigger guy that like is just funny and like everyone fucks with him.
Yeah,
like, he fits into everything. Like he can hang out with the nerds. He can hang out with the cool kids. He can hang out with anybody. You know, it's just Vladdy's dope.
Yeah. Kirk would be everybody's friend.
I don't. Honestly, it's like I feel like I haven't heard Kirk speak English yet, so it's like I don't even know like what this guy's personality is. You know, like who are you, Kirk? Like it's obviously no disrespect. Like the dude speaks a different language than me.
Right. Yeah. From Mexico. Question from Ernest Diggs. Vlad. Oh, no, sorry. Totally read that wrong. Question from Gel Deep saying Prime Tulo or Prime Jose Reyes.
Well, not as familiar with Jose Reyes as
Prime Tulo.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with his stats, to be honest. But I mean, know that Tulo was elite in his prime. That was short, but prime.
Like Tulo was regarded as like one of the best shortstops on his way to the Hall of Fame. I don't think Reyes was ever, that kind of category, that kind of speaking. So Prime Tulo. Definitely not J Tulo, Blue Jay Tulo. That Tulo sucked ass.
Right, yeah.
I kind of want to look up what his numbers were when he was with the Jays.
When he's with the Jays.
I always forget.
How bad they got.
Yeah, they got really, really bad.
It's also, too, it's like, like you saw this guy from being elite, and then, this is Kevin still, by the way.
It is
It's thinking. But, it's like whenever you see a player who is super elite, and then they do poorly, it's like, it seems almost more polarizing, right?
I feel like I'm more, low-key, guys. So my first fantasy year of baseball, my team was Troy Tuloshitsky.
Right.
Because that's what I used to yell at the TV when he would suck. I'm like, Troy Tuloshitsky! Because the thing is, if he was just anybody, I'd be like, whatever. But because he was one of the best, and became the worst,
heralded as being a great trade or a great signing by you guys. It's like we go out, we get
great
this guy,
trade, and then he becomes asshole.
I mean, like the career numbers are awesome, right? Career numbers are amazing.
They are.
But yeah, like with the Jays, like where was he with the Jays?
Where's the standard? Here we go. 2016. With Toronto in 2015 he hit 239, and then he hit 254, and then the next year hit 249.
It's also the OPS to me is what stands out. 761 was the best OPS that guy
actually
had.
Did pretty decent in 2016.
Exactly though, but that's why it stood out to you so much, because you were expecting this. You were expecting that, like, and I'm you guys can't see, but right now I'm hovering over like 3 years in a row of over 900 OPS, right? And like that was the expectation. So to get somebody who then gives you 761, it's like, well, what the hell? Yeah,
and now that I'm looking at it, because the year before, Troy Tulowitzki had a 1.035 OPS.
Yeah, that's
the year
messed
before.
Up. That's messed up. He had a batting average of 340, and that's over shortened sample size.
Yeah, he was
15 AB.
He was dealing.
That's pretty good.
He was dealing with injuries for the last 3 years. You could see like 47, 126 kind of injured, but 191 big time injured. Yeah. And then like obviously with the Jays, 131 kind of injured, but that last season in 2017, super duper injured. He didn't even play in 2018. Because he was so injured.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
I forgot about that. I totally forgot about that.
Damn.
So I was bad.
Yeah.
I was really bad.
Yeah. I mean, he had a prime. It was really good. And then he had a not prime. And it was not really good. So that is what it is.
Is it me now?
I
forget. What was that?
I actually have no idea. Right. Yeah. You're up, dude. You're up. What do we got?
This one comes from Jays Talk _. They say, what are your thoughts on the Jays catching situation? And then he also says, dash, a combined average of 109 as of this question.
When you sent that in, I mean, I doubt it has gone up that much, honestly.
Actually, maybe.
It's probably gone up a little bit, but not by crazy amounts. You know, it's still one big in my mind. I look at it as one big shit show. I think that Alejandro Kirk will emerge as the guy. So that was what was like really upsetting to see when he did go on the IL, because it's like I look at this big shit storm that is our catching situation, and I was so ready for Alejandro Kirk to come in, deal with it, take it over. Right now, though, with him being on the IL, it just feels like we're going to be stuck in this shitstorm for that much longer. So I don't know. It's not ideal right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of a dead spot right now, ladies and gentlemen. Like, we have Reese McGuire on the team, and I was getting ready to forget about him, and he decided to come back.
Yeah, he was, dude, like, he had a horrible game. It was yesterday that he played, right?
Yeah, it was bad.
Oh my god, dude.
2 really distinctive swings up around his eyeballs.
It was literally like, bad. You know, like the first day that I got MLB The Show, and I was just swinging at everything. Like, that's what it felt like, you know, and like those fastballs, they weren't even close to the zone. Like, there was zero pitch recognition there. He just, like, it was really bad. So
it was really bad.
I think that we're gonna be
Whoa, what is this?
I have no idea, dude.
It's like a violin and I don't know. I was trying to find something sad, but it's an air horn violin.
Alana says, clarification,
God,
Kirk would be every girl's best friend. They would be his interpreter. I could see that, honestly.
I could see that.
Yeah, Kirk's got that vibe for sure.
He's just kind of like, he's like that, like, introverted shy kid that, like, the girls just think is so adorable.
He's also, like, not threatening in any way, you know, so it's like he'd have that, like, he could definitely have some feminine qualities to him, I think, like, so.
Oh, Jadip says something about
no
Bichette.
Knock on Bichette, but I think Jays will need a new shortstop since next year free agent class is stacked. Which shortstop would you want? I mean, if
that's
it's
a good question.
Well, here's the thing. I assume that you don't mean by need a new shortstop we get rid of Bichette. I assume that we take Bichette and we put him somewhere else.
Yeah.
And if that is the case, like, well, there is a lot of good shortstops. For me, I think that Corey Seager would be my selection. I do like him a fair bit. I know that who else is on there? Javi Baez. Correa. Story.
Simeon.
Yeah. No, I want Corey Seager. Corey Seager would be awesome.
Yeah, for me, yeah, obviously I want Corey Seager, but I always think back to last year when we were in free agency and, like, there were all these names and I just felt like we never got them. He'd be the hardest to get.
Oh, I don't think that there's any way that we'll actually get him.
Yeah.
But in fantasy land, like, if I could have my pickings, I would choose Corey Seager.
Yeah, that's true. I guess, the question was, what would you want? Yeah. I would want Corey Seager.
Yeah.
And for reality,
I don't think we get any.
Tough. Yeah, I don't think we get any of them, honestly.
I don't think we get any.
Because here's the thing: there's so many teams that need a good shortstop, and we technically have Bo Bichette. Yeah. However, I know what you're saying. It's like his defensive. Actually, as of late, his defensive play has been looking better.
He made a couple good plays.
The eyeball test is looking better. Yeah. But how long is that going to last? I don't think that long. Yeah. So, we'll see at the end of the season. At the end of the season,
I think
that is a question
reality, the answer is Austin Martin. That's the answer in reality.
That is true.
Yeah. That is true. Want to do, like, one more, and then we'll call it, bro? We've been on here for about an hour so far.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Let's hop in and do one more of these bad boys. And if you guys have any questions, any last-minute questions,
ask us in the chat. Ask them in the chat.
Alrighty, guys. Last one from the box today. Let's see what it's gonna be. What's it gonna be? Alright, so this question asks from me, I think I wrote this one. Are sophomore slumps a real thing?
Yeah, they are. And I can give you a reason why. Because after your first year when you come up, you attack the league and everyone's trying to figure you out. Like, how do I get this guy out? What's his most vulnerability? Usually after the next season, everyone's done their homework and is like, oh, okay, so this is how you get this guy out. And the book's out on him. And then what happens? Every single fucking team starts pounding you with how to get you out. And usually a young rookie is coming off a year going, I'm feeling pretty good. I can do anything in the league. And then it's like, what the hell? What's going on? So unless they are a superstar and make that adjustment right away, they're going to have a sophomore slump. So which most people are not superstars. They will have a sophomore slump.
Okay, yeah. So you do think that that second year then is a little bit more difficult. You know?
Yes, because everybody has seen you now. They know what you hit and they know what you don't hit. So they will get you.
Yeah. I think that sophomore slumps are a real thing, and not just in baseball either. Like across sports, it feels like kind of like you come up, you work really well, you do good, and then you get a sophomore slump. Kind of brings you back to reality. It's like, oh, this isn't as easy as I thought. And then hopefully in that third year they kind of come out and blow up again. So yeah, I would agree with you. I do think that they're a real thing. Sometimes I think they get blown out of proportion though. Yeah. Like people are like, oh, like he's definitely gonna sophomore slump, and in that it's like, no, I don't think that is true. Like I definitely don't think that they will always do worse in the second year. That's not true either. Like for everyone, it's kind of a different storybook because everybody is different. But they're definitely a real thing.
Yeah, and exactly. So yeah, if they adjust, they won't slump. If they can adjust, they will.
Yeah,
it's that simple.
Yeah.
And the good players like Mike Trout adjust every freaking year.
For sure.
They adjust because we've looked at Mike Trout's Savant and the amount of some years he'll get a lot of fastballs. Still do good. The next year he'll get a lot of breaking balls. Still do good.
Yeah,
and he'll go back and forth.
It doesn't matter, and that is kind of what differs from the elites and then the players who have 1 year, breakout year and then disappear.
Wonders.
Exactly, like one hit wonders, and then the elites who do this for decades basically. Yeah. So and he is definitely considered one of them. Before we hop off, bro, what do you think? Score prediction for tonight?
Oh yeah. I'm gonna give my prediction, but should we look at the lineup too and shit?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, it's pretty standard.
It's a pretty basic lineup. I don't think there's anything crazy.
No. I think Biggio's in the 8th spot tonight, which I kind of vibe with. I'm happy that he's down there. Gives him a little bit of a breather, and I haven't been enjoying like the 1 or 2 games that he's done like 5th or something.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna read it through. There's one guy that stands out to me. Excuse me. Marcus Semien leading off as he has been. He's been looking really good in that Oakland series, working the counts. I think that's a big reason why he's leading off, because he's working it so good.
Right.
Bo Bichette, obviously shortstop. Vladimir Guerrero, first base. T.O. right field. Rowdy Tellez inserted immediately into that DH spot. I get the decision because he is a lefty and you want to split up your big bats so that in the late innings they don't throw a right-handed reliever to just wipe out your team. But I think our team's good enough to hit right-handed pitching regardless. I get the decision, but kind of a big insertion there. Anyways, but Grichuk in the 6th spot in center field, Lourdes in left field, and then yes, I love that Cavan third base, and then Danny Jansen in the catching position, and Ross Stripling on the mound. So yeah, I mean, it's pretty standard. Houston Astros read off their lineup. Altuve leading off, batting first, obviously. Second base, Michael Brantley, the tough contact hitter in the left field. Alex Bregman, third base. Yordan Alvarez starting to heat up in the DH spot.
Yeah, he got 2 home runs yesterday.
Yeah, he's
Garrett
scary.
Cole,
That's someone to look out for.
Yeah.
Yuli Gurriel, first base, 5th spot. Carlos Correa, shortstop in the 6th spot. Kyle Tucker, right field, 7. Miles Straw, one of their rookies, 8th spot center field, and Martin Maldonado. So obviously, Houston Astros are deep as shit. It's funny that Kyle Tucker was drafted in like the 4th round. He's batting the 7th hole.
I never really thought that he should be drafted that high. Although I know that the hype was real on this guy. I don't know how he's doing right now, but we'll definitely see him tonight, man. They're always a tough team. Like that lineup is super scary. Yeah, not as scary as it was like 2 years ago, but still pretty scary.
Still pretty good.
And I do think that with Stripling on the mound and they got their guy Urquidy, I feel like we're going to drop this one.
Yeah, Urquidy's got a 3.71
unless
ERA.
I'm assuming like Peter kind of hinted to, we continue with the momentum from yesterday with the bats, but I don't know, it's going to be tough.
If we are going to win this one, it's going to be high scoring.
I think so.
And Urquidy's limited the opponents to 3.71 runs per 9, so
it's not that many.
That's going to be tough.
Yeah.
Also, my mom was saying, message retracted, he's saying Josh is a Hall of Famer. He's not a Hall of Famer. I'm going to be honest.
You don't think so, no?
Josh Donaldson, no.
He's among the. I saw a picture today posted about like the top. Must have been like 20 or 30 people actively right now. He's among the top 30 in active WAR. So I mean that's something. But I don't know if it's enough.
It would have to be a really shallow Hall of Fame class, like super duper shallow. Because the only thing is, he won MVP. He had he had a couple good years around that MVP year, and then he had that bounce back year, one comeback player. But he's got to continue, like, you know what I mean?
Sure.
Like Nelson Cruz.
I think he could be Hall of Fame.
He could be a Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I do think he could be Hall of Fame. Teammate. Yeah, it's also he's been there for a long, long time. Like, he's been good for a long time. Yeah. I think Nelson Cruz deserves to be Hall of Fame.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, guys, that was the wine unwind. Not super a whole lot of wine drinking from this guy today, so Adam had to carry the squad.
A bottle,
but I hope that you all enjoyed it. We do this every single Friday. We go live. We answer your questions. We bring somebody on. If you want to be the next person to come on, and $3 a month will make you a Patreon member. And then you can just do it. I will have you on for literally next week. That's what Peter did. It was fun chatting with you, and it was fun hanging out with you guys tonight.
Yes, guys. Thank you guys again. And again, become a Patreon. You can come on the show as well, guys. We have our lives on Sunday, so we go lives on Wednesday, or on Friday, excuse me, but also on Sundays. So we'll see who's going to be pitching. It could be Nate Pearson.
Could be, buddy.
You get our reaction, all right?
But thank you guys so much for watching.
And